tasty.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Dr. Huxtable. Now he ain't dead, but they might play the shit at the funeral. Cause you bitches sleeping on me, I can peep it, homie. I been killing shit so long, I bet the Reaper know me. Yeah, hey look here, I'm just being honest. Slick like I'm from...
Yo, what's up, family? Thank y'all for tapping into another episode of the Born Rich Club podcast. I am your man, Mr. McGee, a.k.a. Mr. Boopy, a.k.a. Born Rich, man. And I'm with my big homies.
What's up? It's your boy Lando XL, Mr. 18 Pockets. You already know. Live in the building. Another episode. Happy, excited. You already know what's up. We time to get down, baby.
I missed you, bro.
I miss you too. I always miss
promise. You know what? It felt like
Pause.
It seems like oh, there you go. It seems like we ain't been in recording in a while. I feel a little rusty.
Well, I don't feel rusty. I record every day, so maybe just you don't. Maybe you. Yeah, you're slacking on your job. I'm not slacking on mine. I record every day.
Yeah, you heard him, bro.
Internet knows me.
There you go. I know I may have been slacking. We may have been slacking.
No. You. Internet knows me.
Hey, look, I sound like a guy who's trying to introduce you and include you into the bullshit, but you just ain't going. You just like nah. Nope. But man, we got a dope show today, bro.
We do.
A dope ass show, man. A lot of topics, some heavy topics, some good topics. But either way, I want you guys to keep on sharing this, keep liking, keep supporting this, man.
Yes.
We just two little old guys that are best friends having conversations.
Yes.
Same conversations we would have at the barbershop, on the telephone.
Yes.
Anywhere in the world, we would be having these conversations, but we are letting you guys into our world, and we appreciate y'all for fucking with this.
Come on over into my world. You don't have a key because the door is open.
And I say this all the time. I don't know why you guys listen to this shit. I probably wouldn't listen to it, but we appreciate y'all for listening to it.
Always listen to it. Why? No, listen to it. Always listen to this. This is very entertaining, funny, it's laughs, it's seriousness, it's all of that above, and it's something that you can learn, it's something that you can take, and it's something that you can put in your life and you can use it. The good, the bad. We just try to give our perspectives on what's going on in the world and our topics and our advice, right? That's it.
Well, absolutely. So you said something. You said we do some laughs. We're gonna get to the last time.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's go ahead and start with a topic that's not so funny.
Okay.
I would be remiss if I didn't start this podcast by saying rest in peace to our dear brother Jordan Neely. And,
okay.
For the family who don't know who Jordan Neely is a brother who was murdered in a New York City subway, choked for over 15 minutes. And now he's passed away, and the perpetrator has not been arrested yet. The perpetrator was questioned. His name hasn't been released yet. I mean, to my knowledge, you guys may know something different, but to my knowledge, his name hasn't been released yet. But Jordan Neely, they said he was a little bit belligerent, a little bit disorderly on the New York City subway, and he was choked for over 15 minutes. The brothers and sisters in the community of New York, they've been protesting for the last few days all over the subways. I seen videos of them. They're on the tracks, stopping the fucking trains that's going on in New York.
I would never do that. I think that's very dangerous to do the tracks. Don't think still like a legend. Yeah.
All right, but so let me ask you this though. Some people are saying that the quote unquote black community, quote unquote Black Lives Matter community is trying to make this brother the next George Floyd. Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but
I look at it like this. I mean, these are just my opinions and how I look at stuff. I think that media now, we go straight to a story. Soon as we see a clip, it could be a 15-second clip. If it's something that we don't agree with, we instantly judge it and we're giving our opinion on it. Okay. We don't know the situation. We just, only thing that we see is a different race choking a different race person out. Yeah. we can't start with stuff like he was a little belligerent. He was a little out of hand at times on the subway because we don't know yet. We gotta go before I make a judgment on it. I gotta just more look into it, because if a guy can get on a subway and chokes an innocent person out for no reason,
Okay.
most definitely, I think the whole city of New York, the whole state of New York need to be looking for this guy, because he's a very dangerous person just to choke somebody out for no reason. Now, we don't know if, like I said, rest in peace to the guy that passed. Most definitely, we don't know.
Neely.
Jordan Neely. We don't know. We don't know the story. I don't know the story,
Yeah.
the 100% story yet. But I will say how I do feel about it is, let's get all the top. Let's get everything factual first about the situation before I feel like the Black Lives Matter need to step in to make it a race thing. Because what about if it's not a race thing? What about if it's just a white guy that was choking the black guy out? I don't think it got to be a race thing. Well, hold on. I'm just saying but no, and it's to say it like that, because just because two different races get into it with each other doesn't mean that it's racist. You don't agree with that?
I don't understand what you like. It's gonna naturally be racist. It's naturally gonna be racial. I'm not gonna
No,
say
as if
racist.
somebody thinking it. But I'm saying that doesn't always mean that that's the situation. It doesn't have. If I got a white neighbor and I'm a black guy that's next door to each other, but my kid and his kid get into it, and then I come out and I say something for them get into it, then he say something. Hey man, don't, hey, that's my child. Well, you can come and talk to me. I don't want the next door neighbor. Of course, I don't want the next door neighbors to be like, oh, he racist. He talking to Leno like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's a situation or an altercation that's going on with two different people, that doesn't mean that it's racial. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing stuff on TV, man, where a black guy walked in I want to say a 7-Eleven, and he killed the clerk for like $80. It was a white clerk. I don't think he loaded his gun and say, "Hey, I'm finna shoot a white clerk today." I think his mind was, I'm about to rob, and whoever gets in my way at this time of whoever I'm about to rob, I'm gonna kill him. I'm not saying that it's not racial either, though. So I'm not saying it's not racial either on that subway. But what I am saying is, let's not, for the Black Lives Matter community, I'm just saying what you were saying, let's not go into that detail, because they maybe got information, like you say, they might got information like, no, this is what happened, and that guy picked on Mr. Jordan, and Mr. Jordan lost his life from a guy that attacked him. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this about the racial part of it.
Talk to it.
I think most black people are upset is because this the guy, the guy who committed the crime, he was questioned and then released. You see what I'm saying?
That's what happens.
And I always say this. So if Tyrone goes and fucking chokes out Ethan, then Tyrone is not going to be able to walk in that courthouse and say, "Hey man, Ethan was being belligerent. I choked the shit out of him."
Yeah.
And then they're gonna let Tyrone go home. This is why black people are a little bit upset when it comes to injustice. We don't have to even play the injustice card. Let's play the moral card, Leno.
Let's go to it.
Is there any situation where you should put a person in a chokehold for 15 minutes? And let me say this. We know George Floyd was 8 minutes. Add 7 minutes onto that.
Yeah.
Now, is there any situation where Leno would put a person in a chokehold for 15 minutes?
Yes. I will put somebody in a chokehold, the figure 4, the Boston Crab. I will DDT somebody. I will put them in a wrestling move that is called protecting myself and holding that person down until law enforcement comes. Now, law enforcement comes in 15 minutes, then I'm going to choke you and I'm going to hold you for 15 minutes until law enforcement comes to get me. Only if you're attacking me. Now, listen, words, no, that's not attacking. Looking like you're about to attack me is not attacking.
Okay.
Attacking me means physically touching me and trying to physically harm me while you're touching me. Then that's when you do get into the Boston Crab, and is when you get into the DDT move, and I will hold you until law enforcement come. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not even the one who calling in law enforcement because I'm trying to protect myself. So it's somebody else who I'm depending on to call law enforcement. So while they're recording me getting assaulted and I got to choke this person, I'm hoping that somebody can't record and somebody's calling the police because it's this right here. I'm not going to release this person until law enforcement, until an authority figure comes.
Okay. I like that. I want to get back to that recording point. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get like that.
People love recording.
I got something to say about people who recording, right? But we're saying I want you to realize when I say 15 minutes, Leno, 15 minutes is a long time.
It is.
Like if you're really putting somebody in a chokehold, right? A real legit chokehold. And also the man who put Brother Jordan in a chokehold, he was ex-military. So he's trained.
So he know how to put you in a chokehold. Right?
But let me tell you something about a chokehold. You're going to lose consciousness within, I don't know. I'm not
I know, expert, probably about 3-4 minutes.
Right?
Yeah, because I'm a chokehold expert. I have been in every chokehold that you can think of. I am the baby boy of the family. So when Wrestling Karate Kid was on TV, I had an older brother that put me in every move. So I have passed out before for being choked.
What you said in the full Nelson?
I have been in every type of thing. Shout out to my big brother and shout out to my sister, but I have been in every kind of wrestling submit move.
Hold on, what are they though? You got the full Nelson.
I've been in the
fucking
the perfect plex. I've been in the razor sharp. I had the Hulk Hogan leg dropped on me. I have been in everything. Yeah. But this is what we mean by last. And like I said, man, I look at it like this, man. Harming someone who is not physically attacking you, killing someone or shooting someone that's not physically attacking you is stupid. I think that whoever go this route and harm other people should be incarcerated. I hate to say that, y'all, because I am a guy who's been like that. I feel like that's a serial killer to me. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody who will kill you just because they think that you're going to kill them. So, but I will say this though, if that is a situation that happened and it was because of the guy was belligerent, because you said a little. Sometimes people who can get a little something sometimes can't take it overboard. So we don't know the whole video again of it. We just see the clips where they was already down. I didn't get to see the clip where it began. Like I didn't even get to see that. Only clip I got to see is the clip when they on the ground.
That's what I saw too.
So a prosecutor, and I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna say this that you said, I'm gonna say something right here that you said. You'll be surprised how many African Americans walk away from murder charges who actually kill someone. And the reason I say that because Louisiana and Florida is one of the 2 states that has the 60-day rule. If you don't know about that, it's the 60-day rule is they can lock you up for it, but they gotta have physical evidence. And if they don't have the evidence in 60 days, they will release you. So people do get released for murders that they do commit. So they do let Tyrone out. And then they'll let Tyrone out, and then Tyrone will go another year on a killing spree where he'll finally end up leaving DNA, and then they can get him. So they do. Okay. So they do that. But it's not common either because it's not talked about loudly. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like on those type of situations, man, Black Lives Matter community, when situations like that happen, I feel like before we judge a 10-second clip, let's judge the 20-minute video. Let's watch that first.
Yeah, because from what I'm hearing is it wasn't like any threat of violence. Just a little guy getting loud on the subway. And my New York family is telling me, hey, man, it's all type of shit you see on the subway. It's people dressed like a horse on the subway. Yeah, it's
for sure.
It's crackheads pop locking and dropping, trying to ask for change on the subway. So from what I'm hearing is it wasn't nothing too much out of the ordinary. It was a street fucking vigilante that said, hey, I'm gonna take the law inside my own hands. And I'm going to choke this guy out. Now, I do want to speak about his military experience. Now, if you're militarily trained and you're choking somebody out, he loses consciousness in 3 or 4 minutes. Let him go. Like it's not fucking rocket
most
science.
most definitely. Let him go.
Yeah,
Most definitely. Let him go. Let him
Bro,
go.
let him go, man. You've choked him out for 3. He's
Just put his arm behind his back now.
He's unresponsive.
He's on. You said after the 3-4 minutes he's unresponsive.
He choked him for 15 minutes, Lano. How
No,
long
I'm saying, but you just said 3-4 minutes.
He choked him for 15 minutes. Let me ask you this: he choked him for 15 minutes. How many minutes was he choking him? But you think that
so
man
at least
was
7 or
fighting?
8, right? Because George Floyd. How long was George Floyd
8
before?
minutes.
Did he die in the 8 minutes of that?
It was 8
so
minutes.
probably like 7, 8 minutes. I mean, I hate to say, I'm not being funny, America, but I'm just saying if the guy was on George Floyd's neck for what you say
8 minutes.
Okay, 8 minutes, and you say how long? I
Put
think
an extra 7 on that.
No. So I'm saying and that means he was up probably on his foot for 8 minutes, and then after those 8 minutes, those other what? 7 minutes, he just still hold him while he's unconscious. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm most definitely. I'm on the road with you, but what I'm saying also is that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? To choke somebody that long. But let's go back and forth because we talking about this a long time. You went back and talked about the guys the
recorders.
No, the army. The guy that set up to put me in a move that I won't breathe and talk no more, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's go back to the guy who is belligerent though. Since you say, since your New York people say that they know that he was a little bit belligerent, that means he has a history of this.
Let me give you a background, right? So he's an Michael Jackson impersonator.
I know. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't know why the media told us this, but maybe this may count for something. He's been arrested over 42 times. Or
no, he's an African American, right?
Yeah.
That's why they told you that. What? They're going to tell you what? You don't know why they told you. You should know why they told you that.
Yeah, but I just want to, he's been arrested. I don't know what that is.
They're going to say that about you.
They don't have to, exactly. They're going
to bring up the burnout. They're going to bring up stuff when we was 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? We was in Target. They're going to be like, what they got to do with it?
They try to dehumanize them. So when I read the articles, they all say 42 arrests prior. But then, like, man, Lino, we know homeless people. Mm-hmm. Homeless people get arrested a lot. Yeah. They get arrested for trespassing. Something minute is trespassing. Yeah. They disorderly conduct. Yeah. It's not. These are not homicides. Out of them 42 arrests, there's no homicides in that, right? Yeah. And the brother may have been suffering from mental illness.
Oh, and and those things play parts. Bro.
I'll say this. I did read this. His mother passed away when he was like 14, and it was horrendous. I mean, like she was choked to death and dismembered.
And he passed like that.
Yeah.
And how old was he?
Yeah. I don't know how old he was. I don't know how old the brother
R.I.P. to him, but like I said, man, listen, man. The good thing about this podcast, we like to get to the facts. We like to make sure we dig into the facts. We don't like to judge off a 15, 10-second clip. Absolutely. We like to judge it by what we see or what we hear and the actual audio, video that's not edited and has not been tampered with. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to judge. But like I said, man, R.I.P. And only thing I can say on that type of thing is this right here. Be weary. Be careful. And don't put yourself in situations either side. Because I try to tell people this when I was in the street. It doesn't go the way that you in your mind think it go. And when I say, I'm gonna give an example. People run. I used to when I was in the street shop, so not now. I remember friends would run in the house or they'll run on the corner and they'll say, "Hey, give me the gun. I'm about to go right here, I'm about to go, and I'm about to go crazy." But in reality, they don't know that it's a lot of guys that I know that had that mind frame and got in a car, and a week later, I was putting them in the ground because they didn't. They thought that they was going. They thought that they was the only one with a gun in their hand, or they thought that they was the only one. Hey, I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to go over here and go crazy. Yeah. But the whole time, somebody else is crazy. So what I'm saying is, people that's belligerent or people that act belligerent and want to get on other people's nerves, stop it. And people who think that they can take crime in their own hands on people who are belligerent and who's not even physically touching you, stop before you end up being somebody that we gotta bury, or before you gotta be a number that they call out for mail call.
I like what you're saying. Like, no, what you're saying right now is, bro, like me and you, we cut from the cloth of mind your fucking business.
Yes.
Mind your business, man.
Because the guy who's been belligerent can stop being belligerent.
If he ain't
and the guy who he's been belligerent to, Now, this is for my New York people. Y'all got plenty of subways that got 8, 9 cars together.
Yeah.
Easily get up and walk out the door.
Mind your fucking business. And New York is the home of mind your business, right? I think we learned our mind your business mentality from New Yorkers. Like, mind your business. And especially the guy, oh, like, no, I didn't even tell you this. So he was getting choked out, and then you had like 2 or 3 quote unquote good Samaritans. They start grabbing his legs and shit like that. Like, the people who grabbed his legs, man, y'all didn't have to do that. That was extra shit, man, and fuck y'all. Don't grab that man legs, man. This ex-Marine had the situation under control. Now you look foolish, and you should be charged too. If something really happens and we find out that this was neglect, the people who grabbed his legs should be charged too.
And I'm gonna say this to the Black Lives.
You should be charged too, and I stand on that. I swear, all of y'all should be charged.
I look at the Black Lives Matter.
Let me say this real quick, Leno. If the ex-Marine should be charged, then you suckers that grabbed his legs and held him down. That man is unarmed. He was, from what I read, he wasn't violent. Y'all should be charged because now y'all are just piling on and y'all are just succumbing to the mob mentality. Y'all say, oh shit, is one person grabbing him and he's a quote unquote threat? Well, let me grab him too. Knowing if you was by yourself, you wouldn't grab him. I mean, that's mob mentality. Yeah, you would not grab him if you had to do the choking. So you saying
the airline people got mob mentality? Because if you're disorderly on an airplane, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If it's a guy who's 190 or 200 pounds and he's been belligerent on the airplane, and I'm security, and I'm me, 160 pounds, 5'7", little Lano, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna look at you and tell you, hey man, he's been belligerent, and when I say he, and I'm gonna say we need to get him. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say we need to get him. I can't, because he's been belligerent and he's causing harm. He's causing a problem to the other passengers and a danger. Now, like you say, in a dangerous way. Now, if he's causing it in a dangerous way, I'm not going to grab him by himself. Okay. I'm just saying. So for them to grab his legs and stuff, I got to see why they did it. Because when Takeoff passed away, you got a guy who got Takeoff legs too. But he explained it why. He said, "Hey man, I never been in a situation like that." He said, "The only thing I thought of when he got shot was we got to get him to the car."
Yeah, help him.
So
help.
Now I don't know if they thought that they was not helping him, but I don't know if they thought if they can grab his legs, they can get him under control. Like, I don't know. Well, we don't know though. Like, we don't really know what the issue is.
Yeah,
but
we kind of know he wasn't violent. Like, but belligerent.
Who said he wasn't violent?
I mean, the reports I read, he wasn't violent. Yeah. He was, he has a mental illness, so he was talking to himself, talking loud. Yeah. I heard he threw his jacket. Didn't really throw it in the direction of anybody. From what I've heard, didn't really throw it at anybody. It was just a guy who jumped up and was like, "Hey, you need to shut the fuck up." And he was like, "No, I don't have to, man. Fuck you." And then now he grabs him and puts him in a chokehold. And then extra ass people on the subway jumped up and said, "Man, okay, he choking him. Let me help you." Well, you ain't gotta help you, man. Sit your ass down and mind your business.
You know the prosecutors looking at all that, man. Yeah, the prosecutors will look at it. They'll see, like I said, they'll bring those guys in. They'll ask them, "Hey, what was the reason you was grabbing their legs?" And they'll hear it. And they'll know if you lying, if you're not lying, and they'll do the charges, man. But hate that stuff happens, man. You guys be on point. Stay clean, away from people. Don't put yourself in situations, and don't put yourself in a situation.
Absolutely. All right, last one on that. For real, damn, like no, we spent way too much time on this topic.
You did,
but we have.
I didn't.
Though.
You did.
I know. I don't even really want to say it like that, man, because a brother lost his life when he didn't have to lose his life. So let me never.
Yeah, nobody has to lose their life.
I know. Let me never, ever be inconsiderate and say we spent too much time on a topic. No, that we did our due diligence. But last thing I want to know, this filming culture. Let's talk about that filming culture. And the reason I speak about that is because I have young kids, right? If my 13-year-old daughter is being assaulted, right? Just say she's being ganged. She's on her school bus and she's being ganged.
She's going to get recorded.
I would hope somebody will put that fucking phone down and break it up.
I doubt it.
I'm not saying jump in and throw some punches for my daughter. Of course, I would love that, right? As a father, I would love for you to put your phone down and throw some punches and help my daughter. But if hypothetically, if my daughter's on her school bus, Lano, and it's 3 other little girls jumping my daughter, I would hope that everybody on the bus wouldn't pull out their phones and say, hey, man, it's time to record. I would hope somebody would say, oh, shit, it's 5 against 1. Let me put my fucking phone down and get in here and help this little girl. So how do you feel about the world star culture?
That's just what culture we in now. We gotta understand we can't stop it now. It's everybody has a phone in their hand, from the guy who don't work to the guy who's a billionaire. Everybody got a phone in their hand. Everybody want to see activity. Everybody want to see action. And then some of these people don't even. I get upset when people get mad at people who's recording, because some of these people, you gotta look at life. They just going by life because this is what the norm is now. The norm when I was growing up, to keep a baby quiet, you put a pacifier in his mouth. Now kids got iPhone 14s. You know what I'm saying? Like little babies got iPhone 14s in their phone. Like now this culture, this generation that we're living in is drastically changed. Of course, when we was growing up, nobody had the big VHS camera running around because it was too big. Now we all got a phone and we all have access to something to get recorded, something to take a picture on, and that's just how life is. I'm accustomed to it. I do it. I seen Luke Bryan downtown. Soon as I seen Luke Bryan downtown, I was texting my mom. Soon as I seen him, I went straight out of that app, straight to my phone. I seen a guy laying down in the middle of the street one time. Before I didn't even think to ask him, is he alive? Like, I didn't even think that.
You started recording him?
I instantly started recording because he's in a. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't think he was dead, but in my years of being in the street, I can look and tell that he was an alcoholic because I kind of was around a bunch of alcoholics, and it doesn't hide the fact that it's a brown paper sack with a beer beside him. But he's passed out. But instead of me getting out of my vehicle and running to check on him, I put my phone out and I recorded him.
Recorded him for what?
Because he was on the ground. Oh, because we were downtown, in the middle of downtown. So, and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna paint the picture for you guys. If you ever been to Nashville, Tennessee, picture this: a Saturday, 71 degrees outside, not cloudy, not a cloud in sight, packed, just packed. I'm talking about street to street, Second Broadway. Kid Rock got all the windows open. The streets are just full packed to capacity. And then here goes a guy right here laying beside a donut, in a hot dog stand, and a guy is still cooking the hot dogs, but he's letting this guy just be passed out right there. Shirt off, got like a plumber's crack with jeans.
That's horrible, I know.
Yeah, of course, but we're not talking about horrible. We're talking about people who film, and the people who film, because I'm one of those people. But the people who film a lot of stuff, just at times, like I said, we're just getting into this new generation. We're not traditional. I don't think somebody is thinking before they pull their phone out, "Whoa, they didn't do this in the '90s. I'm gonna put my phone back."
But let me, can I say something?
Yeah, go.
Really quick. I really want to say something, bro. Like, that's cool. That's a guy passed out, this, that. Okay, cool. But this is an assault we're talking about. Like, now, it's an assault, bro. Now, if you see an assault somewhere, are you stopping it or are you recording it?
Depends on. I'll probably record it too. But it depends, because let me say this. You know how many people go to the court of law and they're excited that you record it?
Good.
I'm just saying, because listen, bro. I didn't see George. This is not a diss to George Floyd's family.
Sounds like
I didn't see any. It's not. I didn't see anybody on George Floyd's team recording. I seen innocent people who was walking up. Yeah, I seen innocent people who was just walking to the store, just happened to be outside recording, and that what got those officers in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what got the officers in trouble, right? So I can't sit here and say, well, I'm happy they did that. And then here goes somebody else getting a fight and a situation don't go that big. and then I can't say, well, I'm glad they don't need to be doing that. You see what I'm saying? It's different. It's just, listen, man, it's just sometimes I feel like this. If somebody's getting, perfect example, Nashville, we got to do better. Sorry for taking out the subject. We got to do better. It was prom. I just seen video I seen the video of a fight at the prom. And you know what I seen before I even looked at the fight? Because I'm a jokester. Yep. The first thing I looked at when I was watching the fight was how many people had phones out. Nobody tried to stop those fights. Listen, those was kids fighting in dresses and people in tux. I seen more phones out than I seen people trying to stop it. And I seen two people who was trying to stop it, but as they trying to stop it, they still doing this. Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. But that's also good sometimes. Because I might get back to the house and you might say, hey, bro, I recorded it. Man, who hit me? And you might show me this who started it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just cut from a different cloth. Like I said, bro, I am trying to, I know I may be fucking 20 years behind or whatever, but I come from a culture of where we see some shit, man, we don't record. We put the phone down, we intervene. Yes, I'm also come from the culture of mind your fucking business.
So I'm not putting my phone down then. If you come from that.
Yeah, no, so listen, I'm going to mind my business to the best of my ability. But what I'm not going to do is just keep recording a fucking assault. If I am recording somebody, right, I'm gonna just say I go live. Let's go back to Jordan Neely, right? If I am recording an altercation and a choking, and then I hit the live button, and then I look up and say, oh shit, I am still 12 minutes on live, and this guy is still fucking choking this other guy. Okay. Hey, live family, I'll be right back.
Yeah, but I don't think they got the whole videos either, though.
What I'm saying is, bro, is eventually you have to put that fucking
Some
phone
people
down.
do that, though. Because that's George Floyd. Go back to George Floyd thing, bro.
Yeah,
Those people who was recording him, go back to the whole video. I remember the girl stopping her video and calling other cops to say, hey, I'm recording these guys. I have video footage.
We need more of them.
Yeah, but everybody do it though. It's not. I'm gonna say everybody kind of. Once you now listen, man. If I don't want to keep talking about this, but once you pull a phone out and you seeing somebody getting it's not pulling your phone out to be messy. You're being because it's funny at that moment until you can record and be like, hold on, shit, this serious. Because every video that I see, it doesn't be from the start to the finish. Sometimes it might be the start. And then I won't be able to see the finish. But that's all I'm saying, man.
Nah, I'm hearing you, man. Cut that shit off immediately.
Yeah, cut that out, man.
We are in a culture now where you're recording and yelling world star instead of helping the people that's compromised, man. Get your ass out there and help people that's compromised, man.
I ain't helping nobody, man. Listen, man, you getting in an altercation, hey, you're getting physically attacked by a bunch of people. I'm not helping you.
And I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not helping you. I'm going to tell you that. Yeah, it's not bullshit until I helping the bullets in my face.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit.
But anyway, man,
we come from a culture where we don't even do the village raises a child anymore.
I don't.
Because everybody is saying, man, I'm just going to record and stay out the way.
Yeah, I am.
Now, stay out the way to the best of your ability, man. But when the shit starts going overboard, man, sometimes you got to jump in.
If they didn't have AK-47s with 100-round clips, see, back when I was growing up, if somebody got assaulted, you could step in. And you could step in and say, hey, man, stop. But nowadays they got songs where they say, man, they bucking on everybody. They got songs where they say the person on the passenger side automatically dies. So I don't want to get into situations where I do say, hey, bro, hold on, bro, you tripping, bro, step back. Hey, bro, you tripping, step back. And then he pull out a glizzy or blicky, what they say in these songs, because they run around here thinking they Chief Keef and King Von all day. So when they pull out these long guns with 18,000 shots on them, and then I end up being hit. Now my brother and my sister, my mama gonna say that boy should have stayed out the business. But I couldn't stay out the business because what you're saying is I can't stay out the business. I gotta, instead of recording, I gotta put my phone down. Now don't record either if it's a serious situation. But that's it, man. Just be cautious, and like I said, what we just said, man, be cautious, man. R.I.P. to Jordan
Neely, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. man. We don't know what the situations is. Can't wait till the situations and the facts come out so we can continue back on this conversation.
Big facts, man. Thank you.
For
Rest
sure.
in peace, Jordan Neely.